Now he had his moments, like like throughout the show, where you just want to choke him. You
Yeah,
want to
many of
physically
them.
choke him, right? But given where he started, like, I mean, this is just a dumb kid. He's a
Yeah,
fucking just straight up idiotic kid, and that's it. Like, just your classic high
yeah,
school fuck up, and he gets thrown in the mix with this genius who has a plan that can work. And he's so and it was such a fucking well written show from the jump because
yeah,
you had a guy who was a genius, literally, as far as in his field, and then you had so in his naive brain he was like, well, this kid sells shitty meth and peddles meth, so he knows all about this business.
yeah,
Well, from the point of view of an intellectual like Walter White, he's like, well, I know all about chemistry, so everyone who has a craft must know as much about their
yeah,
craft as I know about chemistry. And so he initiates Pinkman to get started in the drug business, right? Because that's in his mind, he's in the drug business, so he must know everything. And then he finds out he doesn't know shit, and then they develop this bond with each other. But it's just like fucking amazing to me. It's amazing to me that as a character how much he actually does change when you consider where he started. I
yeah,
mean, this is a guy who's a complete dumbass, just had things handed to him by his parents, presumably, even though they eventually fucking, told him to fuck off. By that time, he was making money and he was set up with Walt and everything. But yeah, I mean, I like Jesse as a character. I mean, because he came a long way. And I mean, not many people have the balls or stupidity, whichever way you want to look at it, to like stare down the fucking cooks of the Mexican drug cartel
yeah.
and tell them that they need to get their shit together. That takes a certain amount of sack. I'm not sure I have. Right? I mean, I'm not sure I could fucking deal with that kind of pressure. But then again, if your life's, being threatened, who the fuck knows? But yeah, I mean, I liked his character quite a bit more than most people did. And I'm also looking forward to the spinoff.
Oh
Better
yeah, yeah. That should be
Looking
good.
forward to that because the Mike Ehrmantraut and Saul scene where he's working the toll booth. And Saul, if you haven't seen the
No,
teaser,
I haven't seen the previews, but if Mike comes back, that's just gonna make it. I hope it's very Mike heavy.
I hope so too. And a lot of people are speculating that it's just like a cameo kind of thing, but I
Oh,
fucking hope not because Mike's working a toll booth and Saul meets him. If you find it, you might just want to link the video somewhere, but he finds Mike and like Saul's late for some shit he needs to get to, and Mike just goes, "Just wait." And he's like, "I've got somewhere to fucking be, and I got to do this, and I got to do that." And Mike's just like, "I told you, just wait." And then Saul gets pissed and gets out of his car, starts walking over to the toll booth like he's going to reach in and hit the button himself.
yeah.
And Mike just goes, "You do not want to be doing that." And he does it anyway. And he just like grabs him and like fucks him up. And it's a really funny scene. And that's their intro for Better Call Saul, which, yeah, that's going to be badass.
Yeah, well, that makes it sound like it's gonna like it's gonna be the Saul and Mike show, which would
I
be
fucking hope
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Really? Yeah, yeah. Big
Uh,
Mike. Love
I'm
Mike.
gonna need before I get out. I'm gonna need some assurances. Okay, Walter, I assure you that I can kill you from over here.
Yeah, he had some of the greatest shit in that show. All right. Well, anyway,
So your choices with Kiha, the dragon woman, is fight, ask why, buy passage, or just walk away.
well, I was thinking about it, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah, just
I'm like, well, and the thing is, like, I want to save money and gain experience. This doesn't seem like the way to go about it. I feel like if I ask why, I'm gonna get raped. And
well,
step
if
back.
only every opponent was so forgiving where you could just back away.
Hmm. That's what I was thinking. The option is there, so I'm just gonna fuck off. Okay, let's explore.
Okay.
And let's see. Nah, let's not fuck around. Let's go back to the desert. Let's see what's up there.
You find nothing.
Jesus, well that was okay. One more time. Go one more time to the desert.
You're not gonna find a bunch of barrels buried under the sand with a bunch of money in it.
Be nice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're walking aimlessly when your leg sinks 6 inches into powdery sand. You desperately free your lower half and fight your way upwards, trying to stay ahead of the collapsing particulate. You don't move quickly enough, however, and you may as well be running on the spot. Let's see. So you have to... Okay, so this is an antlion, basically. Only a matter of time now, little ant, it says huskily. You will have to defeat it in order to escape before it pulls you to the bottom.
Okay, let's hope I can.
Fighting the sand trap.
Yeah, I can deal with it, I think.
Level
maybe.
4.
Well, I'm going to have to attack.
Okay, do you want to use regular or do you want to use a special?
What do I have for a special?
Let's see, the bite, because you have the shark mouth.
Oh, yeah, I forget about let's start with a regular attack.
Okay.
And if it's not too successful, we'll try a bite, maybe.
Okay, it's all or nothing with a bellowing cry.
Shit.
You hit the sand trap 60.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like it only gave you one shot. You sunk...
Oh, for fuck's sake, really? I got to one-shot the goddamn thing?
Yeah, looks like it.
Jesus Christ. I'm
yeah,
entirely...
so you lose.
Oh, what the fuck? I get one round. Somebody should have told me that shit.
It says, I'm going to use you inside and out. You're going to be both mommy and daddy for my children. Isn't that exciting?
A little, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm already pregnant. I don't know how this is going to work. I've been drinking lots of wine to make a healthy, retarded baby. I have no idea what to do now. Jesus, okay. This is fucking long-winded.
Could you hurry this up? I
got to give the dudes who wrote this shit credit. Like, they didn't slack. Like, somebody got up early, made a couple pots of coffee, fucking sat down, thought about this, wrote it out.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of calories burned on this fucking thing.
Dude. Okay. A friend of mine is writing a book, right? And they had me review it and edit it. Now, I might say some slightly unkind things about the book, not about them, but about their book, because it's But I'm confident that they don't watch my vids, because if they did, I'm sure it would come up. It's like something along the lines of, we'd be having a conversation and she'd say, so how are you going to go on the internet talking about animals raping each other in a demon realm? So I'm pretty confident that she does not watch my videos. So
holy shit. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Is this a friend of yours?
Yeah, a friend of mine is writing a book.
Well, see, I could never review a friend's book.
Yeah, so I'm almost done with it.
Or edit, I should say.
And I've been making notes, and I did sit down not long ago and talked about it, and I said, okay, well, there's a few, and this is an autobiographical book. It is a story based on her own life, right? So I sat down and I said, okay, there's a couple things we need to review. First of all, you got some punctuation errors that this proofreader that you hire just is not catching. So if you haven't fired them already, you need to fire them, because there's apostrophes in the wrong place.
That's the easy part.
Yeah, the semicolons. The other thing is the chapters are very irregular in length, so I've cut parts off and sort of reshuffled where different chapters begin and end, so it's a little bit more balanced, and chapters are of a healthy length. And last but not least, you're going to have to go back in time and lead a much more interesting life that people will actually want to fucking read about.
See, that is why you can't review your friend's shit. Why? See? I mean, that would never work. That would never work in the circles of friends that I keep. Ever. Ever. Because I have two different type of friends, and I think everybody has both of these types. Ultra sensitive, ready to dismiss anyone who fucks with them, right? And then the other type that just don't give a shit either way, right? The only type that write books are the ultra sensitive type.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but they're the only type that fucking present their soul to you and go, critique this, please, right? And it's always the type that's going to explode if you fuck up your critique. But it's like, no, I've had that proposed to me before, that very same thing. No. Well, why not? Don't you want to read it? Yes. Well, why don't you just look at it and tell me what you think? No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to do that because I said to this person, think of every other thing you've heard me critique in our friendship. And then I just said, just think of two. If you can only think of two, be it a video game, a movie, somebody else's book, what if, and they were like, got it. Not going to do it. No, no thanks.
Yeah.
I was like, exactly. I was like, I don't want to do that. It's all I know how to do is be super critical of shit, right? I don't want to do that to you because you're hypersensitive about what you're writing because it's personal. And I mean, that's just the nature of it. And I'm just going to shit on it.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, I mean, okay. She introduces a character. I mean, it's not a character, but I mean, from the standpoint of the reader, it's a character, right? It's a person apparently from her own real life experience, and just like it introduces a character named Tommy, and then Tommy dies immediately after he's introduced. So I just made a note in the margin. I said, "Reader has no reason to care that Tommy died."
Right, right. I mean,
And I'm like, and they don't. And what's
no,
sad is that she was obviously very upset that this person had died, but
sure.
you can't introduce a character and immediately kill them and expect people to feel any kind of connection. But what's worse is that the way he died. Well, okay, I'll just tell you is they're at a party, they're drinking, and this guy has a revolver in a holster, and he's talking about how quick he can draw it. And he's
Oh,
saying,
yeah, this is going to go great places.
yeah.
I'm from Kentucky. This is
Yeah.
going to go great places.
Well, these people are from Oklahoma, and for people outside the United States who don't have a frame of reference, Oklahoma makes Kentucky look like Switzerland.
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, the guy says talking about how quickly he can draw this pistol, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I bet you're not that great." And he says, "Well, I bet I could pull this pistol and aim it right at your chest faster than you could clap your hands." And they say, "Well, yeah, you're clearly on. You're on, definitely." So he says, "Okay, stand right there."
A challenge I would readily accept.
Yeah, stand right there. Hold your hands out, and I bet you can't clap your hands together before I can aim this right at your chest. So they do it. The guy gets shot right in the chest. He dies.
Go figure. Right.
And I'm sorry, but it's bad enough that you killed him off right away. But you're not you're not portraying him as a rocket scientist. You're not
Right.
portraying him as a fucking rocket scientist. And the way he died is just so slapstick. When you have no reason, it's like you have given the reader no reason to feel any sadness at this person's death. For them, this is just another installment of the fucking Darwin Awards. It's like,
No shit. I mean, yeah. Again, I guess we are Switzerland compared to Oklahoma because I've never heard of anything that fucking dumb ever happening anywhere near me. So, and if somebody had said that to me, like everyone I know would have been like, "This is a terrible idea. We need to leave where we are immediately. This is fucking like you could just be like sloppy drunk." And I go, "No, no, no, don't do it. You're gonna die." I mean, that would just be exactly the fucking answer. But all right. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure it sucked for her, but I had a similar incident where a friend of mine had gotten into a car with somebody who was clearly intoxicated, and I was supposed to ride home with them, and I was like, "I'm not going to go with you. If you get into that car, you're going to die." And I was like, "I'm not going to let you." And she was just like relentless and like punching me and was like, "I'm leaving." I was like, "I really don't want you to die. Please don't go." And she did, and she didn't die, but she came pretty fucking close
yeah.
because the guy driving the car jumped out of it. He just jumped out of the car.
What?
And I'm serious. He was on pills and fucking really drunk, and he just like he sort of the way it was described to me was that he sort of fell out. Jumped, fell. It doesn't really matter.
Was his favorite movie The Grindhouse with the Death Proof?
I guess, but like he sort of like the guy that leapt out of the car, fell, or however you want to say it, died instantly, and then a couple people in the car died on the impact with the fucking cement wall they hit on the interstate. And then the rest of them got out with some broken bones and shit and some internal bleeding.
Yeah.
And she just happened to live through it.
And then Jungle Julia had her legs severed because she was
Jungle
dangling out the window.
Yeah. Ever listen to that really good song that I like a lot before her leg went tumbling down the highway?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that scene before the end scene where they had the chase.
Yeah.
That head-on collision. Right. Yeah, they didn't hit another car. Luckily, they just fucking collided with the cement wall. And that was that. So, yeah, I was like, well, you're alive, so good for you. And then the other guy was like, had some sort of like permanent brain damage, the other one that lived. So I was like, yeah, that's superb. I'm glad that my parents taught me that people with no basic motor function couldn't operate cars. I'm glad they fucking taught me that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's just a whole, I'm going to pull my rifle up to your, or my pistol up to your chest. Like, nobody I know would have been like, just standing there going, yeah, let's do this.
Claps his hand. The guy shoots him anyway. He's like, yeah, nailed it, as he just keels over.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Come on, dude. People that do dumb shit with guns just annoy the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah. I hate watching shows or movies where people, like, gesticulate with guns.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really? Come on, dude. Ugh. Fuck. Anyway, all right, let's continue here.
All right. This is all just you, like, going to a happy place as this thing just violates you in every way.
Which is interesting because you would think I'd have like a fully formed happy place at this point. Like Happy Gilmore with the midget on the unicycle.
Yeah, you'd have picked out the drapes and the, you know.
Oh, fuck yeah. I've got a very, very specific happy place. All right, well, I'm going to need to go cry it out.
Yeah.
So let's go cry it out, sleep, and rest at camp. Let's get rid of that. My lust shouldn't be up. I should be really depressed right now.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just, I'm being desensitized. Okay, let's see here. Let's go explore. And let's see what else. Let's go. Where did that unfortunate situation occur? In the desert?
Yes, the desert.
Okay, let's go to the forest. And you know what's funny, though, before you read this? I thought it was quicksand. I thought that was my problem. I thought it was just quicksand.
Oh.
That other thing. Okay. Go ahead.
Tired. What do you mean, just quicksand?
The last incident in the desert. I thought it was just quicksand. Before I got sucked down and raped and destroyed by the monster and all that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was an antlion like from Sim Ant. I don't know if you ever played that game way back in the day.
I've never played any Sims game, not even the original ones.
Yeah, so, yeah, it just drags you down. So, yeah, that's a pretty cheap mob in this game. Tired of exploring, you head back to camp. A white blur smacks you right on the head. You assume a fighting stance.
Okay.
You rather surprised mouse. Oh, I'm sorry you spooked me, he said, rubbing the back of his neck in embarrassment. Do you accept his apology?
Fuck no. I think that mouse just fucking... Yeah, that's gross. No, I don't accept that.
Okay, but I guess it's fair. Yeah, you curl up your fist and knock him upside the head. But he says, now it's fair, you're even. He says, introduces himself as Jojo, and he's some kind of a monk. He says, yes, I'm a monk. Yes, this is a strange place for one such as I. This world was not always this way. Long ago, blah, 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 villages, including my own, then the demons. I'm not sure if they were summoned, created, or simply a perversion of magic or breeding. But now they come swarming out of the mountains to destroy everything in their path. Would you care to join me in my meditation?
Now, just for my own curiosity, if you had to guess what I was going to do right now, what would you think it would be?
I would guess rape.
You have guessed 100% correctly. Yeah. Because he's meditating. I can think of no better way to disturb a perfectly peaceful meditation than a violent rape. So let's just rape the shit out of this monk. Let's do it.
You pretend to agree and follow him in the woods. Eventually he stumbles. You have your chance. Okay, this is a pretty quick. Pouring him full of corruptive demon power, making him your slave. Okay. Okay, there you go. So, as you leave your senseless victim, I was expecting like an epic fight, but no.
Yeah, nothing. I just like successfully raped a monk.
Yep, there
That's
you
not
go.
really what I was hoping for, but okay. Well, he was a monk. Supposed to be passive, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the demon realm, you figure that this would just lead to my inevitable rape, but apparently not. An hour passes. Man, do you feel a bump in your pregnant belly? Wonder if your baby's complaining about you moving it. It's probably all of the terrible things I'm doing that's disturbing the
Yeah.
baby. All right. Now, what's horrifying me presently is that sooner or later I'm going to have to give birth to this thing.
Yeah.
Shit. That's not going to be fun.
Got the beginnings of a small potbelly. Let's see. Let's see. Save. Mullet. Let's see. It doesn't show up there, but I think it will show up.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not.
Huh.
Oh, I guess you have to be more pregnant than that. Okay.
All right. Good times, good times. Have I collected any loot since we last checked?
Just 2 items.
Okay, well, let's not worry about that quite yet. Let's explore a little bit more and head back to the forest another time.
That's it. Nothing.
Jesus. Okay. Desert.
Oh, gives you another succubus delight.
Oh, God damn it.
Well, that's money when you go sell it.
Mm-hmm.